The only reason you watch this channel is if you're interested in making life-changing money by investing in undiscovered assets. It doesn't happen in the big cap assets. It can over time, but the goal is to expedite it. We've seen it happen in crypto altcoins before. What are the altcoins that have those opportunities today? Well, we've been talking about Aerodrome. In the last week, it's up 61%. Right? Why is this asset pumping? No one wanted it a few weeks ago. Now everyone seems to want it. So what is going on with this asset? Well, this is the CEO of Coinbase. We started the rollout of decentralized exchange trading in the US. Aerodrome is a decentralized exchange. Our goal is to make Coinbase the simplest way to access on-chain markets. You'll be able to trade millions of base assets in the Coinbase app. So now instead of waiting for a Coinbase listing, you're just hooked up directly to the Base blockchain. What is the biggest decentralized exchange? What is the biggest liquidity provider on Base? It's Aerodrome. So Coinbase just unleashed billions and billions and billions of liquidity into Aerodrome. A bet on Aerodrome has always been a bet on Coinbase. Now they're just unleashing the potential of the decentralized exchange assets that they have invested in. Coinbase is invested in Aerodrome. Beginning today, Coinbase's 100 million plus traders will be tapping directly into Aerodrome Finance's industry-leading decentralized exchange infrastructure on Base. 100 million plus traders tapping directly into Aerodrome, bringing hundreds of new tokens to Coinbase and millions of new users to Aerodrome. So the fundamentals of Aerodrome just skyrocketed overnight. So with that said, what is the price target of Aerodrome? How high can it go? We know the fundamentals are booming. We know the cash flow is insane. We're going to talk more about that. But how high can it go? What is a reasonable price target for this asset? Well, to understand Aerodrome, again, we have to look at the fundamentals. Over the last 24 hours, look at the revenue earned by protocol. Aerodrome beat Solana itself in terms of revenue generated, Pump.Fun, Jupiter, which is a DeFi asset on Solana, and Radium, which is a DeFi asset on Solana. Aerodrome itself, not Ethereum, not Arbitrum, not Base, not Optimism. Aerodrome, a DeFi asset on Coinbase's Base platform, beat some of the biggest crypto assets on the planet in terms of the revenue it generated. So it deserves a massive premium to these assets. And just to hammer home how important Aerodrome is to Coinbase, this is the entire Base ecosystem. And this is the Base ecosystem decentralized exchange trading volume. In green, we see Aerodrome. In blue, we see Uniswap. Again, Aerodrome dominates. So it's a direct bet on Coinbase. Coinbase, Wall Street has awarded a market cap of $80 billion. I am floored. On the Coinbase earnings call, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, made the first public allusion to why they've taken a stake in decentralized exchanges like Aerodrome. This speaks to the value of these assets. We have investments in these decentralized exchanges, and if the decentralized exchange is running on Base, we may earn a sequencer fee as well. So it's an extra way for Coinbase to earn revenue. So Wall Street has given Coinbase a market cap of $80 billion. They have no problem investing in these traditional companies, but what they don't realize is these traditional companies are investing in assets like Aerodrome and making money on assets like Aerodrome. Wall Street can invest directly in assets like Aerodrome, but they're using Coinbase to do it, and they're giving it a massive market cap. The market cap of Aerodrome, as of the recording of this video, is like $2 billion. So Coinbase is $80 billion. Aerodrome is $2 billion. Aerodrome has the capability of making more money than Solana, which has a market cap of $100 billion. It also is making more money than, again, Pump.Fun, Radium, Jupiter, multi-billion dollar assets. So where can Aerodrome's market cap go? It can't get higher, most likely, than the market cap of Coinbase because it's directly linked to Coinbase. Coinbase is going to be making money off Aerodrome, but it's also going to be making money off other different revenue streams. So we can't expect it to get higher than Coinbase, but what we can expect is for Coinbase's market cap to 3x from here. So right now it's $80 billion. I think Coinbase's market cap can get to $240 billion. Aerodrome deserves to be at least a quarter of Coinbase's market cap. So if the Coinbase market cap is $240 billion and Aerodrome is a quarter of it, then that's a $60 billion market cap for Aerodrome. And that's just based on pure fundamentals. That would be a 30x from here. That would put Aerodrome's price at $35. Reasonably long-term sustainable price target, $35 a coin. That's like a 30x from here. Crypto markets are unreasonable. The supply-demand fundamentals are insane. Small inflows of liquidity move these assets up massively. What happens when Wall Street, CNBC starts talking about these assets? Why would they start talking about these assets? Because they're generating massive amounts of money. Fundamental analysis can be done on these assets. Of all the crypto assets on the planet, over the last 30 days, Aerodrome ranks 18th in terms of revenue generated. They're earning like $20 million a month, and that's in a market where people haven't even discovered these assets yet. So the upside is enormous. We can expect huge blow off tops. Bull case, $60 a coin. Base case, $30 a coin over the next 5 or 10 years. In the next 2 years, $10 a coin easily. That would be a $20 billion market cap. Now, what's a kicker in terms of the potential upside? Because yes, the fundamentals are great. In a purely rational market, you're going to see this thing move up in line with its fundamentals like it's already starting to do. But what about tokenomics? Because that can accelerate potential upside. If the buying pressure is way higher than the selling pressure, then it doesn't really matter what its valuation is. That's what very few people realize. Markets aren't always perfectly efficient. If the buying pressure is way higher than the selling pressure, it doesn't matter. The price is going to go up no matter what its valuation is. So again, perfectly rational market, this thing can hit $35 per coin. What about when the tokenomics accelerate upward movement? Well, this is net emissions versus revenue. The circulating supply of Aerodrome decreased by 2 million tokens because more was locked up than was emitted. It earned revenue of 14 million tokens. A lot of that is moving to buy up and lock up Aerodrome because the way to make money on Aerodrome is to lock it up and stake it. I'm earning 40% a year in passive income on my Aerodrome tokens because I've locked it up. Imagine getting massive passive income, 40% in a digital asset. People invest in real estate. They're lucky if they get a 7 or 8% on their real estate. We're earning a 40% yield on this digital property, right? So digital property better than physical property, especially when it's earning a massive amount of money. So I'm earning 40% at least passive income a year holding this digital property, which can go up 30x in a reasonable market. So the more and more people are going to realize how to do this, more and more people are going to lock up their Aerodrome, taking it out of the circulating supply. That's how a supply crunch happens, when there's more demand than there is supply. And the supply of this asset is going to shrink over time. More and more people lock it up, more and more people earn staking rewards, more and more people earn massive APY. The world changes. People realize that old yields like 7% on real estate is not enough because digital real estate makes more money. And it's a very reasonable yield. That's what people don't realize. People think a 40% APY is ridiculous. It's not ridiculous when you own the software. Imagine if you owned Google Search or ChatGPT directly and all the revenue earned from it went straight to your wallet, bypassing these massive companies. This is decentralized technology. So we bypass layers of corporate bureaucracy. We get the profits directly straight to our wallets. This is a revolution in finance. These are cash flowing businesses. We can earn 40% easily in APY. These are unheard of yields. So if you want to learn how to make that same passive income, if you want to learn how to lock it up safely, securely, sit back, relax, enjoy booming fundamentals, enjoy ridiculous passive income instead of buying massive real estate properties, getting 7%, dealing with depreciation, dealing with tenants, dealing with all the annoyances of physical property. Digital property is the future. If you want to learn how to make massive passive income, then just reach out to me. I'll answer all your questions. But in the meantime, we're stacking passive income, 40% at least, on an asset that is skyrocketing, up 61% in 1 week. That's what this channel is all about, making life-changing returns.